What is going on, Herd? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in to the season finale of a New Beginning series here. So obviously in this series we have been creating a new character in 2019, seeing what it's all about. Was it going to be this overbearing grind, or was it going to be just too simple to even worry about it? Hey, go start up a character, it's not a big deal, you know, easy to make money nowadays. And we kind of figured out it was somewhere right in between. What I want to say is, obviously, if this is where you're starting, go back, watch the general amount of the series. You don't have to watch all of it to get the premise. But this isn't really the place to start. In the last episode, we released our gamer tag, and you guys have made it to the season finale, as we said. If you've been following the series, you know what to expect here as we release the new crew structure. As we already stated, we are ending up this series here, this season, this first season of the new character, and it really doesn't leave a lot for a second season. But it got me thinking. This is how we all start GTA, right? We all get going down GTA, we all got to start a character, we all move forward, and we learned our comparisons. We did make our mistakes, we purchased things that maybe we shouldn't purchase and should have maybe spent on some other direction, but that was all aside from the point. It was really to see how much the grind was, and at this point in time, we have made $92 million just from the crate warehouses up there, you know, well, not out there, but I got a crate, I got a warehouse, well, I think we might be able to see them. It's a large warehouse, medium warehouse, these are all for crates, of course. Large warehouse. Needless to say, it was double money for your sales, so a large warehouse goes for $4.4 million. So yeah, it takes a while to go, but that's how I've been making my money. Just from up there, we can go look at the computer, but I'm not going to waste our time. We have made just over $40 million just from those crates. Now, we did also buy in more recently to the import-export warehouse. That down there, we haven't made a ton of money. I think we made like 12 million, I think, 11 or 12 from down there, and then I've closed down my MC businesses, and that's the big mistake I made in the series, was I shouldn't have bought into the MC business specifically just because I was interested in a motorcycle club, or, you know, wanted to ride around a motorcycle. It's expensive and it's a passive income, so if you want to be active in the game, I much more suggest going down the route of getting yourself in a CEO office and buying some warehouses. Again, guys, that's really just catching you up to the end of this series here. Let's just say we're on our way of crossing that $100 million mark. Does not mean that we have current 100 million, 12, 14, like almost 15 million. I think I have 1.2 million in chips saved up, so I could go there and get another million. So let's just call it 16 million is roughly what I have. Now, 16 million is a good point. I feel very comfortable, and we wanted to make everything comfortable and be this conservative millionaire because we knew we were going to be spending a lot of money once a crew came around. No matter what style of crew we were going to release, it was probably going to take some in-game money to dig in and invest into that. And I kind of want to clear this up right now, guys, because I know a good chunk of you, and I don't know if it's anywhere near half of you, but I just know it's a fair little portion of you guys think that this is going to just be another drift crew or another motorsports crew or just a community crew. And well, I'll explain that, but I don't want to say that we're not going to be doing stuff like that, because that would be absolutely a lie. We're definitely going to be doing a lot of fun stuff like that. As I promised, I've made a lot of motorsports oriented content, but I'm going to break the news to you guys right away. This is not a motorsports based crew. It says GTA Online 100%, and yes, it will build the density of our events, and it will build the integrity and the structure of our events, and even the safety within our events. But it's not really about that either. I feel completely happy with where we've made it as a character without doing any more grinding, other than, of course, for the money's sake. We could easily be just fine with where we're at. I should say my level too. My level is 218, so just shy of 220, getting right on up there, but I haven't been grinding for levels either. I've really just been doing on the street money missions. Finalizing the premise here, guys, it got to the point where if I wanted to make a second season of the New Beginnings, an idea arose that would make it very simple and very senseful for me to do that. Of course, we're not going to make a second season on a New Beginnings just on how this character is and grinding for money and buying another house. This brings up the final point of the premise. As we were saying earlier, when you start on GTA, you got to build a character. Once you're kind of burnt out, or you've gotten prestige in the character as far as you really want, or maybe even before that point, you're going to join a crew. If you haven't really been a part of a really serious crew where they offer an external structure and a ranking system and they recognize you for all different things that you do, you've kind of been missing out on GTA, because it's one of the big things that is not directly offered by Rockstar, but GTA is the platform of which allows these, you know, operations to manage. So motorcycle clubs are a great example, but you also have crime families, street gangs, private military organizations, military organizations. We can go on with a number of different styles of crews that you can join. But when I joined and when I started, going back to my roots, I have experience in two separate styles of crews. The motorcycle club community, which I spent a year and a half with, and therefore then also the private military organization, which I spent just under a year with. Both of them are very unique and very different, but both of them have their pros and cons. So the pros and the cons of each of these, because I kind of wanted to choose one of these styles, and right now you're thinking, oh my god, what does this have to do with Black Sheep TV? Black Sheep, you're falling apart. Just listen, guys, all right? Just listen, because this all kind of comes around in a circle and links the chain right back up to be one big thing. Now that we've already explained that it's not a motorsports-oriented group, it's not a drift crew, okay? We have been working on this since the series began. Obviously, with a motorcycle club, it's relatively easy to set up, although it can take a long time. It's pretty simple. It doesn't take a lot of people to get situated. You only really need 5 people, including yourself, to make a good chapter. But then it's also easy to maintain. It's easy to manage. You really don't have to be online constantly. You can just be online as your weekend warrior, or you can go online as general. The con is that you're restricted. You're only going to be riding around a bike, and you're going to be dressed pretty much like I'm dressed here. The next in line that we're going to be explaining is the private military company. And the private military company is, it takes a lot longer to get situated. It takes a lot of text, it takes a lot of computer work, takes a lot of design, and then it takes a number of people to maintain and manage. And obviously if you want to be competitive or just stick with the program, it takes quite a good number of people to do that with too. So that obviously being the con gives to the pro. The pro is that you have a lot more wide of a array of things within that community that you can use. So at this point in time, guys, judging by the series, judging by things we've said in the past, hints we've given, do you know which way we headed? Well, if you said motorcycle club, you would be absolutely incorrect, because we are not going to be riding around motorcycles. We're not going to be none of them biker boys, all right? Now, I love the motorcycle club community in the real world, but we're not going to be getting into it in this game. I went down the more difficult route, the route that will mean that I will be relying on more of you guys out there to be more active with me and more to step up to the plate as well. I'm not going to cover all of the specifics about the crew in this video, because it's another 15-minute video that needs to be given out to you guys, and I'm not going to, this is not really what, this is a finale of a series. So we talked about the character, where we got with the character, we show you the stats we got here. And now we're giving you guys what we want. We're going to give you the name of it and how it operates, but everything past that, to make sure to keep your eyes peeled, obviously, because it's going to be coming up very, very soon on the channel. So the organization that I've been working on is generally finished now. There are some rough edges that need to be sanded down, so to speak, but we are here. We are ready to go. I am standing in the middle of the road. The crew that I put together is called Goldridge LLC. Now, before you start running, it is 2 separate crews, and you got to know a little bit more about that before you can actually get your invite into it. So Goldridge LLC is, well, it's an LLC. It is set up to be a private military company, a private military organization. It is not a real company. I'm not going to make money off of this. Nothing more than just making some videos and having fun with some people, and then obviously having a crew that has meetings, and it takes things a little bit more serious on the executive side. We kind of set it up as a company status. So we use the LLC categorization, which is a real world categorization for businesses, standing for limited liability company. A, because it's funny, limited liability. B, because it allows us to use terms like overtime, part-time, vacation time, things like that, things that allow you to get more or less expectations in the crew, things that allow you to take time away from the crew. I don't want to babble on too far with this, guys. I will go on much more in depth in that next video, which will be coming out within the next few days. And then you will be able by that time to go and see the website, and from the website you'll be able to get your invite and eventually be able to talk in-game with me and hopefully be right there by my side, maybe even earn the vice presidency of Goldridge in the future, guys. So that is the crew, that is the general structure. I'm not going to go into ranks or how you rank up or anything like that right now. It's not needed. You guys just need to know that obviously there is the crew here. It is not a drift community crew or a motorsports crew. But to finalize this video up and give you the final point here, how does this tie into Black Sheep TV? Well, I already explained. It's a private military group. It's going to target some of you guys out there. You know, obviously not in a bad way, not target you with guns, but target you in the form that you're going to be interested in joining this. You may be wanting to come involved with this thing, and that's great. But like I said, it's only going to be a portion of you. But on the contrary, there's going to be a portion of people that are not part of the channel right now that come and be a part of the crew that really aren't going to be all that involved with the motorsport community either, but they're very involved with this military and will be able to follow structures and follow rules and regulations very well. We'll prove that over time, and the more trust they get, the more they can come in, and we will literally have staff at events. Now, we did try this with a police style crew, but it was too, I don't want to use the word cheesy, because we tried to do everything we could to not make it that way, but it just didn't work out correctly, and it was too small in a corner. By that I mean it was a small thing that was on the side of Black Sheep TV that, well, when we get to it, we get to it, but keeping track of people we don't want in events, it's, you know, a structure for that. Well, this structure can easily do all that. Not that it's meant to do that, but it can easily do that and way more. Obviously bring in more people to the events, more density to the events, because if you could build up a crew that has 50 or 60 people in the crew, you have an offline communication system, Discord will be revived, so obviously we will be seeing a Discord for our channel as well, not just for the crew. It'll just be a really simple one this time, nothing where it has to be crazy. You will get banned if you say dumb shit, so we'll just kind of put that right out there. But to finalize this video up, to not make it too hard on me for editing, guys, Goldridge LLC, that is what we are in. Now, yes, you can go find Goldridge on Social Club, but you will not be getting an invite. You'll actually be getting denied unless you actually properly request your invite. So I would suggest you don't ruin your chances of getting in early. Make things happen, because everything will be explained soon. Hopefully you guys are not disappointed. Hopefully this was generally what you guys have been waiting for, and I don't think that this was nearly enough for you to actually make that decision. So don't make that decision right now, damn it. Make the decision here in a couple weeks when you actually start seeing what this crew has to offer. But yes, there is a new addition, a new beginning, not only in the series, but to the channel as well. And this will bring in, let me clarify this very specific, let me get into your, oh, it's as close as I can get in your face right there. There will be a season 2, guys. All right, there will be. Season 2 will not be covering the characters so specifically, buying another house and buying another car. That's not what we're going to be covering. It will be much more, what is it like now starting a crew? What is it like? And that'll be starting recording here very soon, but you will not be seeing the first episode for probably 3 or 4 weeks, realistically speaking. I need to get settled in with the crew. There's a ton of work that needs to be done with recruiting and meeting with you guys specifically. So, yeah. It'll only be a recording and editing thing on the side, not a super high priority. So give it a month before you start seeing it, but it will kind of come out. It'll be on the same release regimen. Once a week you can expect to see it, and it should be right around the same length. With that said, guys, you know I appreciate every single one of you guys so much. I really seriously do. I don't know if I would still be making videos here on GTA 5 if it wasn't for you guys out there, for the Black Sheep herd, because I mean, the game gets stale, it gets old, but you guys have really motivated here in the past few, well, probably in the last 6 months or so, to get my ass moving, get back to the game, and just kind of revive it. So, to revive it for you guys, I need to revive it for myself, and that is that, guys. Obviously, you're seeing the schlogging here, so hashtag DID. With that said, guys, as always, hope you all stay happy out there. Please stay positive, and we will definitely speak to you next time.